Okay, the next lesson that we're going to do is reducing rationals. Okay, not a whole lot of new concepts on this one because it's very similar to multiplying and dividing. So here's example 1. X squared plus 5x plus 6 over x squared minus 9. So when you're reducing, step 1 is to factor as much as you can. So numerator, simple trinomial, 2 brackets, multiplies to 6, combines to 5 in the middle. Denominator, I see a difference of squares, 2 brackets, plus minus, and that number is a 3. And then you're just looking for what cancels. So on this one, I'm going to cancel an x plus 3 in the numerator and denominator and end up with a final answer of x plus 2 over x minus 3. Okay, let's go another example here. 2x squared plus 9x plus 4 over negative 4 minus x. Okay, so numerator, I see a hard trinomial. So combinations for 2, combinations for 4. I need to think about how I can combine to get a 9. So I see here, if I do this 1 and 1, that's 1, and then the 2 and the 4 will make 8, and that can give me a combination of 9. Okay, so I need to lead with a 1x squared, or sorry, 1x and a 2x. That's to get me my 2x squared. So with the 1, I need to put a 1, and with the 2, I need to put a 4. Okay, everything's positive to get me positive 4, positive 9. In the denominator, I see this style is, I have a negative x. So I'm going to pull out a negative. So that would change to, and like I said before, I just like to flip the order so I can write my x first. So if I divide by negative 1, that's positive x. And if I divide by negative 1, that's a positive 4. So now I can see I have a cancel of a factor. And so I get 2x plus 1 over negative 1. And I can just make that a little bit better. I can divide this by negative 1 and have that as my final answer. Okay, one more. Example 3. 2m squared plus 2m all over m cubed plus 3m squared plus 2m. Okay, so factor as much as we can. I see a GCF. So I'm going to take a 2m out. If I divide a 2m out, I have an m left. If I divide this by 2m, I have a plus 1. In the denominator, I also see a GCF. I can see an m in every single term. So I'm going to take an m out. Divide by m is m squared. Divide by m is 3m. Divide by m is a plus 2. Okay, this is a simple trinomial, so I can rewrite that. Don't forget about my m. Right here, I'm going to bring that down. So this trinomial will become m's in the front, 2 and 1 in the back, combination for 3. Okay, so now, what can I cancel? That m and m, this m plus 1, and then I'm done. So numerator is 2 over m plus 2, or numerator is 2, denominator is m plus 2. Okay? Here's a question for you. Actually, let's do this quickly. Okay, I've already factored this for you. If I have something like that, m plus 1 over m plus 1, m plus 4, okay, and we do our canceling, how am I going to write my final answer? I'm going to give you two options. Is it m plus 4 or is it 1 over m plus 4? Okay, this is an incorrect answer. This is the correct answer. Okay, people often make this mistake, but remember that m plus 4 is in your denominator, so it needs to stay there. So you need to have a placeholder as 1 on the top, because when this canceled, it became a 1. When this canceled, it became a 1, but we don't need to write 1 times m plus 4, but we do need to keep the 1 in the numerator as a placeholder.